Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video kind of goes hand in hand with the video that I did just recently, which was my Okja review video. As you guys know, I worked with them in that video and I reviewed 4 of their fragrances that are obviously inspired by niche high-end fragrances. And when they sent me those perfumes, they also kindly sent me the perfume oils by Oil Perfumery. So Oil Perfumery is their own brand, but it's like the sister brand of Okja. And they basically do the exact same thing that Okja does, which is basically scents that are inspired by high-end niche fragrances. But instead of an actual perfume, they do perfume oils. Now, to be completely honest, if you had asked me anything about perfume oils just 2 months ago, I would have said, like, I don't really care about perfume oils. Like, why do you need a perfume oil when you can just have the perfume? But a couple months ago, I've kind of dabbled into perfume oils. I've gathered like a few perfume oils in my collection and I use them all the time. And every time I want a perfume to just last me and for that scent to literally stick to my skin like glue, I will use a perfume oil. I have like vanilla perfume oils. Sometimes that's like my base. So like I'll start off with a certain perfume oil, which you can find perfume oils at a lot of different places. Like if you get like just the basic note, let's say vanilla, you can put that on and then you can layer on top of it with your perfumes, and you know that you are going to smell like that all day. Because the thing about perfume oils is that they are like the extremely concentrated form of basically any perfume. So while perfume does have some form of oil contents in it, it's also mixed with a lot of alcohol, and that kind of comes with it not always lasting very long. But with perfume oils, you don't have to worry about that. Like, these will last on you because they literally stick to your skin and they are super concentrated. It's basically like the fully concentrated form of that scent. So for example, for those of you that don't really know much about like perfume lingo and all of that, basically like the difference between eau de toilette, eau de parfum, extrait de parfum, the only difference between those is the level of oil concentration. So the more oil concentration that a perfume has, it kind of goes up in that scale. So an eau de toilette being the least amount of oil concentrate, and then an extrait de parfum being the most. And you know that the extrait will obviously last you a lot longer than the eau de toilette, and the eau de toilette will overall just be like a lighter scent. And then obviously perfume oils are just that oil, so it's going to be super strong, which is why they last forever. So that is basically the appeal of a perfume oil and why I have really gotten into them, because it helps a lot when you're layering perfumes or just to wear them on your own. But I was really excited to get this because I've only ever had perfume oils of like a specific note, like just the basic perfume oil. So I'm really excited to have perfume oils of some really amazing perfumes. If you find that like a high-end perfume just doesn't last on you, Tom Ford Lost Cherry. That perfume, like I mentioned in my Okja video, because they also had a perfume dupe of it, as a lot of people have said, which a lot of you guys commented in that video and told me that you also agree that Lost Cherry by Tom Ford just doesn't last, which is insane because it is $500. But for basically any perfume that you find doesn't last on you, you could buy the oil perfume version of it, which Oil Perfumery has a ton, like I mean a ton of dupes. So let's say you actually have the real version and you're just really disappointed with the fact that it just doesn't last on you, you could get the perfume oil and it will last. Like, point blank period, it will last. You can either actually layer it with the perfume and like you're golden, you're gonna be smelling like that for like 2 years, or you could wear the perfume oil on its own and it'll still last just as long. So that is basically the appeal in a nutshell of a perfume oil. They obviously are great to travel with, and it's just good to just carry this with you throughout the day, touch up, even though with perfume oils you really don't need to. But let's say you like forgot to wear fragrance that day, this will be like in your bag and you can just pull it out and you're gonna be smelling great. And literally Oil Perfumery has done perfume dupes for like literally any perfume that you can think of, like high-end designers, rare perfumes, like a lot of perfumes that maybe are kind of hard to get your hands on, they've done it. Just go on their website and you'll see for yourself just how many dupes that they have created in little perfume oil form. They are 100% alcohol free. So with all that being said, I just want to say a huge thank you to Oil Perfumery for sponsoring today's video. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already and turn your post notifications on, and let's get straight into this video. So they sent me 5 of their perfume oils to review. As per usual, I feel like I don't even need to say this at this point, but these opinions are all my own opinions, although this video is sponsored by them. They did not tell me to say any of the things that I'm about to say. By the way, if you see this, I dyed my hair dark again, and I completely dyed the back of my head like pitch black, and it's like stained, so yeah. Okay, the first one I'm going to start off with is Gucci Bloom. This is the impression, obviously, of Gucci Bloom. It smells exactly like it. Honestly, something about dupe houses, whenever they send me perfumes and I test them out, if I don't have the actual like perfume that they're inspired by, it makes me want to buy them, because I ended up like falling in love completely with the scent, and then I get super curious about the real perfume. And that's kind of the case with this one, which was a scent that I never thought I would be into. I've only ever smelled this scent in stores. But coming from a name like Gucci Bloom, you guys know that I am not the biggest fan of florals. I don't want to say that I hate them, because there is a few just like strictly floral perfumes that I do have in my collection that I do enjoy. I don't like totally despise them, but if you ask me like what my perfume taste is, you guys know what I would say. It's like sweet scents. Like that's just what I like. And this scent completely caught me off guard. It smells like a super high-end perfume. It definitely smells exactly like Gucci Bloom. I can't really say too much about Gucci Bloom, because I've only ever smelled it in store. Based off of like my scent memory of the times that I have smelled it, I do think that they are very, very similar. But even just smelling this on its own, like not even compared to anything, this completely has blown me away. It's making me so curious to go and check out the actual perfume now, because wow, this kind of reminds me of Tocca Florence, which I have in my collection, which is like a huge floral bomb of a fragrance, which I oddly enjoy. It kind of reminds me of like KKW Body 2, and you guys know her fragrances are very, very floral heavy, but again, that's another floral scent that I do enjoy. It puts me in the mindset of those types of scents. It's a floral perfume, but it's like modern floral. It smells very high end. It smells very like rich. It smells super classy. This is a perfume you wear like maybe like in the daytime. This could easily be like your signature perfume. Like you could just smell like this all the time. And yeah, I really, really like this. Although these little perfume oils are kind of small, they're 0.34 fluid ounce. So obviously they're kind of small. They kind of look like a little perfume sample. The thing about perfume oils is this little amount will probably last you like easily more than a year, like 2 years. I don't know, because you're obviously not spraying this, and another thing is you're just putting a little bit on like your pressure points. Like the way that you would apply perfume oils is to just put them on your pressure points, like on your wrist. I sometimes put it like in my elbows, back of your ears. That's where scent will really, really carry. I like to put it right in between my breasts. Am I the only one that hates the word breasts? Like it just sounds... Anyway, yeah, basically just put this on your pressure points. Obviously, you're not going to put it everywhere, and it lasts. Like a little tiny amount of this will go a long way. Like I would say one little swipe of a perfume oil will go as much as like 3 to 4 sprays of a regular perfume. Like that's how strong and concentrated these are. Okay, next scent we have Tom Ford Effing Fabulous. So I have smelled this in store, the actual Tom Ford scent, and I was completely, being honest, I was completely appalled by the scent of Effing Fabulous when I first smelled the real thing. Coming out of that name, like Effing Fabulous, you would expect something so, like, I don't know, sexy, sultry, deep, mysterious, fiery, like, you know, that type of scent. And obviously, coming from a house like Tom Ford, you obviously expect something very, very unique. And I'll give it that, like, it's extremely, extremely unique. But when I first smelled that scent, I was like, no, like straight up no. It was too strong. It was too like animalic smelling. I don't know, I just did not like it. So when I got the perfume oil for it, I was like, I'm not going to like that. And I went to go smell it, and I don't hate it. Like somehow don't hate it. Is it my favorite out of all of these? No, but it's so unique. I just got it on my nose, so I'm probably gonna smell it like all day. It's kind of smoky. It's kind of like leathery. It's very masculine. Probably one of the most unique scents I've ever smelled. I do remember the actual Effing Fabulous to be way more smoky and way more animalic. Like when I sprayed that perfume, I was like completely turned off by it. But now putting this one on, this one is very wearable. It still has that smokiness, but it's not that like amped up. One thing about like smoky perfumes that I don't understand is that I don't like to smell like smoke. Like I don't know who likes to smell like smoke, but I don't like to smell like I just smoked like 35 cigarettes. And I feel like when I spray that on me, that's kind of the vibe that I got, but I'm not getting that vibe in here. The scent of it is similar, but it's like kind of toned down. Basically everything that I hated on that perfume, this one doesn't have. It's more smooth, I would say, this Effing Fabulous in comparison to the real Effing Fabulous. This would be one that I would actually wear. The real Effing Fabulous, I would not even dare to spray that close to me. So yeah. The next one is Aventus For Her. This has been a scent that has been on my perfume list. I'm obsessed with this house. I've always wanted a perfume by them and I just never have gotten it, but I really love this. It's kind of fruity, kind of fresh, kind of has like a masculine vibe to it as well. I love scents that smell unisex. Like I'm completely not turned off by them. I know some women really just like strictly super feminine smelling scents and nothing like masculine at all. Personally, for me, I like unisex scents. Like I think unisex scents smell really, really sexy. There's a cologne that my husband wears. It's like his #1 fragrance of life, which is my favorite fragrance on him. And I like it so much that I even wear it, which is Paco Rabanne 1 million, the little gold bar. I know that so many people say like, oh, it's overdone and this and that. That scent is like liquid gold to me. So all that to say, I do like the cologne type of scents, and this one, it's like, it's unisex. I wouldn't call this like a men's fragrance, but it definitely has like a unisex vibe to it. The more it dries down, it becomes a lot more feminine, if that makes sense. Like the whole vibe of this perfume is so incredibly sexy to me. It has that woody vibe that I cannot shut up about how much I love. It has like this mysterious vibe to it, but it also has kind of like an upbeat, fruity scent to it as well. This basically has like everything that I love in a fragrance. It literally has blackcurrant leaves, it has pineapple, it has pink berries, it has jasmine, it has ambergris, it has vanilla, and those are all some of my favorite notes. It has other notes as well in it, and it's like a very complex scent, but I just kind of mentioned some of like my personal favorite notes, which is why I personally really love this. This is like a really intriguing, confident woman. She has it all together type of perfume, and she's also like very rich. So I really freaking love Aventis For Her. I've been looking for a long time into purchasing the real scent, so I'm glad to at least have the perfume oil of it so that I can smell like it every single day. Next we have Lost Cherry. So Lost Cherry I have completely fallen in love with, and that is simply because of the Okja Sinful perfume that I reviewed in my Okja video, which is Okja's inspiration dupe of the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and this one is just the same. It still is like the same exact smell. It's like that deep cherry, boozy, like cherry syrup type of scent that I am obsessed with. And honestly, reading the reviews under that video made me just not, like, as much as I said that I'm really intrigued to actually get Lost Cherry now because I love the scent of the Okja one, and then now this, which smells exactly like it. All of the comments under that video told me that the Lost Cherry by Tom Ford is so not worth it. So now I'm like, okay, well, why would I even get that when I have the dupes and I can basically smell like it and it'll last me more than that $500 perfume ever will. So this is just amazing. This literally just smells to me like cherry syrup. I feel like the cherry in here is like slightly more upbeat and more of like a juicy cherry, whereas the cherry note in Okja Sinful is kind of like a deeper cherry. That's like the only difference. Overall, they smell exactly the same. That's just me being like nitpicky. But when I was testing these out, I loved pairing the two together, and it had me smelling like a freaking cherry delicious syrup cherry pie all freaking day, and I got compliments. Literally just walking to the store, somebody stopped me and asked what I was wearing, so that's how you know it's good. And my very last perfume oil is for Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. I reviewed Okja's version as well, and this one in comparison, I almost feel like the perfume oil is even closer to the Okja one. Like, this literally smells identical to it. If you were to blindfold me, identical. Literally, like, zero difference. When I was testing these fragrances out, when I was comparing like the real ones that I had, which I have right over here, I would put like one on one hand, one on the other, and kind of like, you know, sample them next to each other, and they literally smelled exactly the same. It has that same sort of like super sugary, marshmallow powdery, candy, orange blossom mixture type of sweets that is in the original. So overall, literally I have nothing more to say other than if you want to straight up smell like Love by Kilian, don't be shy. Definitely check out Oil Perfumery's version of it, and you can just throw this in your bag, put it on throughout the day, and you're good. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to Oil Perfumery for partnering up with me on this video. I definitely really enjoyed these perfume oils. It's definitely like a new experience for me to test out perfume oils, because it's been something that I haven't really dabbled into, but I would say in like the past 2 months I've been really getting into perfume oils and kind of like studying the benefits of them, like the advantages. So I was definitely super thrilled when they reached out to me to work with me on this video. So I hope you guys got something out of this video and hopefully check them out. Like I said, you could literally find any perfume that you could ever think of, niche brand, designer, high-end, rare, whatever the case. You'll most likely find it on their website in a perfume oil form. But that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!